first blood in the league.
This was the biggest game in the history of Temple football. And even with a sizable Notre Dame contingent, that was a Temple home game. Yeah. A lot of people believe you win the game in the fourth quarter, that last play. An argument can be made that you won this game with your opening drive.
Well, it was a systematic drive where we were able to move the ball effectively on some third down conversions, running the football, mixing it up, running the quarterback. I thought it was, at least one of those drives where I think we sent a message that we're capable of moving the football on this defense, and we did. I think 467 yards in total offense, but it was the 2 turnovers in the red zone that were really kept this game where it was, and so we have to do a better job in the red zone. You can move it up and down the field all you want, but you got to put points on the board.
One of the areas where it's most obvious that Deshaun is still learning is the read option, and yet even with that learning process, he ran for 143 yards and a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, and obviously the read option on third down was a huge play. Pulls it and is able to come up with a big, I think, 79-yard run or something to that effect. He's a big physical kid. He's starting to learn how to run the ball up inside the tackles a little bit, but when you have a weapon like that, you've got to use him, and I think he's learning how to run the football inside as well.
Then you're trailing late in the game, 20-17, and Kaiser basically does it again. He has now led you on 3 late scoring drives, and he's the first Notre Dame quarterback to throw a touchdown pass in the final 4 minutes of a game twice in the same season to win the game.
I think it starts with the third down conversion, one that you would expect a fifth-year senior or a guy that's been around the league for a long time to make, and he made a great throw there and picked up a key third down for us to keep the drive alive.
Talk about the pass to Jones.
Will really becomes a decoy on the play, and he comes up and then breaks down inside like a slant, the corner bit on it, and now we bring Alizé over the top of him. It usually is a pretty good bait route for us, and they took the bait, and we were able to get the ball out to Alizé.
And then the winning score, the pass to Fuller.
We knew that they were checking when we checked to cover 2, which is double zone. He checked to it and he threw it right in the hole just before the safety could get there. Pretty gutsy check. Deshaun knew what he wanted to do. He was decisive with it. It was a run play. He checked out of the run play into a pass play and threw a great ball.
Escapes and then throws downfield. Intercepted.
You said before the Temple game you thought that this defense was close to delivering 4 complete quarters. Did they do it against Temple?
I thought they played better. We had a couple of mistakes here and there, some individual mistakes that, in the run game where some guys were out of their fits. They didn't take the quarterback. By and large, I thought we played much better. We didn't give up that big play per se. And when we needed to make the big plays, we made the big plays. So I think defensively against the rush, very stout. I'd like to make a couple more plays on the perimeter, compete for the ball. But when we needed to make the big play, Kavari Russell stepped up again big for us.
Early in the game, the first 2 possessions for Temple, I thought the defensive line really set a tone.
I think so too. I think, 0 to negative yardage when you're, obviously on first down was key for us. We got them into a lot of third down situations. Didn't convert as much as I would like to, but I thought it was pretty evident that we were going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. They got into a pretty good routine, or rhythm, I should say, running some zone option. We made a couple mistakes on the quarterback read, but other than that, I thought pretty much we controlled the line of scrimmage.
Sheldon Day said he came back because he couldn't leave these guys, but I think you all agreed if he came back, he'd be a better football player. He was a little dinged up in this game, and yet he may have played his best game.
Dominating performance again from Sheldon. I think this is a great illustration of why you would come back for your senior season, your 5th season. He was outstanding, leading by example, playing with great energy, playing a little dinged up. Again, he set a high bar for the way you play as a senior, and really proud of his efforts.
Everybody knows Kavari Russell has the ability to be a shutdown corner. People forget this is his first year in a new defensive system. He struggled a bit against Temple, but he came up with that huge play to basically seal the game.
Yeah, and the great thing about Kavari is he's got a short memory. He's a guy like Deshaun where he doesn't carry a lot of that negativity around with him. He believes in himself. He's got great confidence, and if you keep throwing it his way, he's going to make a play. And obviously that was the case late in the game. They kept throwing it his way, and when we needed a big play, he came up with it.